Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're headed to the shores of Lake Michigan and the city of Grand Haven. Grand Haven sits on the Grand River, which is the longest river in the state of Michigan. It was founded in 1835 by William Montague Ferry, a Presbyterian minister. The city was originally named Gabagouache, probably said that wrong, but was renamed Grand Haven in 1835 due to its close proximity to the mouth here of the Grand River and to honor the beautiful setting the river provided. One of the first historic buildings we see today here on our tour in Grand Haven is the Grand Trunk Depot. In 1858, the Detroit and Milwaukee Railroad came to Grand Haven and built a depot on Dewey Hill. Having the depot on the other side of the harbor made it difficult for passengers, luggage, and freight to get into Grand Haven. The people of Grand Haven voted to pay $52,000 to build a bridge from Ferrysburg to Grand Haven. The Grand Trunk Depot was built and opened in 1870. And in 1958, 100 years after the rail reached Grand Haven, the last passenger train left the depot.
Wait.
We're now walking through Grand Haven's historic commercial district. In the early days, Grand Haven was a logging and lumbering town. The Grand River provided a convenient way to transport logs to the city, where they were then sawed into lumber and shipped all over the world. The lumber industry made Grand Haven a prosperous city in the mid-19th century. In the late 19th century, as logging began to decline, Grand Haven began to develop as a resort town. The city's beaches, dunes, and natural beauty attracted tourists from all over the Midwest. The Grand Haven Lighthouse, which was built here at the mouth of the Grand River and sits right on Lake Michigan, just about a mile or so away, helped to guide ships safely into the harbor here into Grand Harbor. In the early 20th century, Grand Haven continued to grow as a resort town. The city's downtown area was developed with many hotels, restaurants, and shops. In 1871, William C. Sheldon discovered a fine flow of sparkling water charged with minerals somewhere around this area on Washington Avenue and 3rd Street. This attracted a lot of attention and wonderful, quote, cures were reported. The waters were recommended chiefly for the relief of diseases of the abdomen. It was said that water was so heavily charged with magnetism that a common penknife held in a flowing stream for a few minutes would become sufficiently magnetized as to attract steel. At one point, a large building with the look of a sanitarium was built immediately to attract people who wished to take in these waters. The building was taken down by a construction of a new post office in 1905, which that building was replaced in 1970 by a bank.
same spot.
The large building we see in front of us is the Ottawa County Courthouse. This present county courthouse building was dedicated on September 29, 1965. It replaced a postbellum style structure that was built in 1894. We're now walking through Central Park. Central Park was actually the original location of the municipal cemetery, but in 1883 the bodies were relocated to the new Lake Forest Cemetery on Lake Avenue. The City Park Board, the Grand Haven's Women's Club, and the Garden Club placed sod all around the park, planted shrubs, and paved walkways. The park's first fountain was purchased in 1901. However, the fountain was later replaced by a fountain that was originally located at the W.C. Sheldon's Magnetic Mineral Springs. This beautiful home we see in front of us, one of many here in Grand Haven, was originally the home of Dr. Aaron Vanderveen. Dr. Aaron Vanderveen and his family were the first residents of the early 1870s Italian villa-style home that we see here. Dr. Vanderveen was nicknamed, quote, the boy surgeon for his service as a young man in the Civil War. He continued to practice medicine in Grand Haven after the war. The woodwork throughout the house is white pine. In line with the steps leading up to the porch was an imposing front entrance of glass-paneled double doors. When a problem arose while the doctor was away, his wife, Katie, would enter the rooftop tower that we see on the large home with candles in her hand to alert the doctor that something was going on. Those candles could be seen from nearly everywhere in town.
thought.
This large building that we see here with the clock tower is actually the first Reformed church. The first Reformed church was established way back in the early 1800s. What happened is the establishment of a Dutch colony on Black Lake, now Holland, Michigan, just a short drive away here from Grand Haven, was a notable event in the history of Michigan. Dr. Albertus van Ralt and his small band of followers settled in Holland in 1847, and that same year, many of those same Dutch settlers migrated here to Grand Haven. In 1848, they held their first religious meetings in an old schoolhouse in town. This particular building that we see actually is the sixth church that was dedicated in 1914 for the congregation.
He got slick. So he's just going to load about the morning.
And more stories, sorry. More stories. She's still in it.
Yeah, I get it. I know Brad.
They're very similar.
I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks tour of Grand Haven, Michigan. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on our next great adventure. Take care now. Bye.